In the earliest days, Benin was ruled by kings known as the Ogiso, the kings of the sky. The people believed these rulers were chosen by the heavens themselves, their power descending like light, guiding the land, the rivers.
In the late 15th century, strange visitors appeared on the coast of Benin. They arrived in wooden ships with towering sails, Portuguese mariners riding the Atlantic winds. In their holds, they carried wonders, guns of hammered steel.
They brought guns, mirrors, and cloth. Benin traded pepper, ivory, and later, enslaved people. But unlike many kingdoms, Benin remained in control. The Oba decided when foreigners could enter, where they could go, and what they could trade.
Rapidly, European powers grew more aggressive. Trade routes shifted, pulling wealth across oceans. And within the kingdom, rivalries and doubt began to gnaw at its strength.
Now an old master of bronze watched his apprentices work the fire. He had cast faces of 3 Obas in his lifetime. Each one carried the weight of the ancestors, yet he sensed the spirits were uneasy. The shadows were changing.
In 1897, British soldiers marched through the forests of West Africa under the excuse of punishment. Ahead lay Benin City. They breached its walls. The palace burned. Its treasures were taken. What remained of a kingdom was scattered across the world.
Thousands of bronzes and ivories, each one a chapter of Benin's story, were taken, looted, and carried across the sea. Oba Ewuare, the last independent ruler, was captured and exiled. Benin, once an empire, was forced into silence.
Yet fire could not erase memory. The people endured. The royal line survived. The stories were passed from mouth to ear, from father to child. And across museums in distant lands, the bronzes waited, silent witnesses of a civilization.
Today, the Oba of Benin still sits on the throne, not as a conqueror, but as a guardian of culture. And the kingdom lives on, not just in history books, but in identity, pride, and resilience. Because kingdoms may fall, but heritage endures.
Under the Ogiso, the Edo people learned how to farm the land, honor the spirits, and live as one community. But over time, the kingdom fell into disorder. Rivalries grew, trust faded. When the last Ogiso lost the support of the people,
Benin stood at a crossroads, unsure of its future. Seeking peace and unity, the elders sent word to Ile-Ife, a powerful city to the west. From there came Prince Oranmiyan, a warrior of royal blood. Though he ruled only briefly, his legacy was permanent.
With Eweka began a new system of rule. The Oba was not just a king. He was the living symbol of the kingdom, guided by ancestors and supported by powerful chiefs. From that moment on, Benin was no longer divided. It was one.
Later, Benin City had become a marvel. Wide streets ran in straight lines. Massive earth walls and moats protected the city like the arms of a giant. Travelers spoke of its order, its beauty, and its discipline.
In this city lived a boy named Ewuare, the son of a bronze caster. His family belonged to a sacred guild whose duty was to create art for the Oba and for the spirits. From an early age, Ewuare learned that art in Benin was not decoration.
It was history made solid. Bronze heads told the stories of kings. Ivory tusks carried carvings of victories and rituals. Every piece had meaning. When Oba Ewuare the Great came to the throne, Benin entered its golden age.
He was a reformer, a warrior, and a builder. He expanded the kingdom through conquest and diplomacy. He strengthened laws, reorganized the city, and commanded the digging of vast moats, so large that centuries later, historians would call them one of the greatest.
Under Ewuare, Benin flourished. Trade flowed through its markets. Craftsmen were honored for their skill. Festivals filled the streets with drums, masks, and dancing. At the heart of it all stood the Oba's palace, gleaming with bronze and ivory.
If you enjoyed this history, like, share, and subscribe for more African stories. What other history should we explore next?